What's up, guys? In this video I want to just outline 4 of the most essential exercises when starting or wanting to progress calisthenics. This video is actually going to be a lot simpler than you guys might think. Why? Because I'm fully focusing on genuine essential exercises, and essential exercises are simply the basics, right? Because the biggest mistake, or one of the biggest mistakes that a lot of people make, is that they want to jump way too quickly to extremely hard exercises, and they end up learning them either with bad form or they end up injuring themselves, and that is simply because they never take the time to really master the basics. And just like anything else in life, if you master the basics, or if you just get really good at the basics, which is what a lot of people don't do, everything else is just going to be a lot easier, a lot smoother. Think of it like a pyramid, right? If you get the base right, you get that foundation, you're gonna have a good, nice, big, strong house. And it's the same thing with your calisthenics exercises, your moves, everything else. So starting with our horizontal pushing movement, the push-up, right? Obviously, when it comes to the push-up, it's a very simple exercise, but there's many variations. You can do a diamond, you can do a high to low decline push-up, what they call decline push-up, regular horizontal push-up, wide grip push-up, sorry. However, honestly, whatever feels most comfortable to you, I would honestly just pick that. But if I was to recommend a variation that you want to get really good at, get a pair of parallettes and really focus on being able to fully contract and stretch the muscles at the bottom. That is the reason why I really recommend you guys get a pair of parallettes, get really good at the push-ups, and then if you really want to, you can start elevating your feet, making it harder. But just focus on being able to do 30 to 50 perfect push-ups. Not fast, not explosive, nothing like that. Just perfect push-ups with perfect form, full range of motion. And this is really going to set the foundation for more advanced skills down the line, like of course your weighted dips, your handstand push-ups, that kind of thing. Moving on to our horizontal pushing movement is going to be our pike push-up. Now, a lot of people will think that of course the handstand push-up is another exercise, but this is not a beginner exercise, right? The pike push-up is more of that exercise that's going to set the foundation and build the strength for essentially and eventually learning the handstand push-up. This is what I did, and this is what you should do as well. Just like with the push-up, keep your elbows tucked in, don't flare them out. Make sure that your head, you're always looking in between your hands. If you can do it with parallettes, once again, it's amazing, even better. Focus on, once again, 20 to 30 reps of perfect form. Not fast, not explosive, just perfect form. Make sure that you're actually building strength, and it's actually going to help with hypertrophy as well, building that muscle in your front delt as well as a little bit of the lateral delt. And this is really going to set the foundation for any kind of advanced calisthenics movement, like a handstand push-up, L-sit to handstand, that kind of thing. Moving on to our pulling movements, starting with a horizontal row, right? And of course, when it comes to calisthenics, we can't really use any kind of equipment, so the inverted row is the perfect place to start. Same thing, 20 to 30 reps of doing this. The higher that your hands are, or the higher that your hands are, the more in front of your face, the more upper back. The lower that they are, the more lats and mid back that you're going to be training. Just make sure that you get some kind of chair or pole, kind of like I'm doing here, so that way you build the strength, you build the foundation for learning more advanced calisthenics skills, and this also will help develop your lats, rhomboids, that kind of thing. If you want to hit more of the upper back, more of the trapezius muscles, that kind of thing, just move your hands up and once again, contract really well, get a really good stretch, focus on perfect form. And finally, our traditional pull-up, right? This is one of the biggest exercises. If you're just gonna do 2, I would really recommend that you just focus on those regular push-ups and pull-ups, but more specifically the pull-up, because the pull-up, it is our vertical pulling exercise, and this is really going to tremendously build our foundation in terms of pulling strength. And if you have really strong vertical pulling strength, this is really going to set the foundation for those explosive pull-ups, those muscle-ups eventually, front levers, back levers, that kind of thing. If you have really strong or really strong back, which usually people have more, they lean more into their pushing strength as opposed to their pulling strength. You have a really good grip, really good back. This is really gonna help develop that V-taper look into your physique, but not only that, more importantly, you're gonna set the foundation for those more advanced exercises. Once again, focus on keeping your elbows back, chest up, so that way you shift most of the attention to your back muscles and focus on clean reps. Once you can do 10 to 15 perfect reps of this, then you can start focusing on other more advanced calisthenics exercises. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys want more in-depth guides or anything like that, you can just leave that in the comments below. And if you want to apply to work one-on-one with me, there's free fitness consultations that I'm taking right now. Link in the description. See you guys later. Bye bye.